Nagpur enjoys this unique situation where the access and the connectivity is so good that everybody seems to want to come here and set up. So we have already got most OEMs having their national spare parts and service centers, whether it's Hitachi, whether it is Komatsu, BM, Galas, Caterpillar, and so on. We need to get to the next orbit. And the next orbit, I think, is why not look at this place as a manufacturing hub? The government of India is really pushing coal and iron ore and all minerals, I think 3x in the next 6-7 years. We are talking about underground coal going from 25 million ton to 100 million ton. I think surface coal is also planned to multiply 3 times. What that really calls for is huge amount of equipment. Is India really geared up for that kind of equipment? Is there a supply gap in this process? Would OEMs be willing to look at Nagpur as a good place to base themselves? I've already listed out all the advantages Nagpur enjoys, but are there really any challenges? I would like to invite each one of you to tell your story on how individual companies are planning to participate in this growth story.
Thank you, Jitu. First and foremost, congratulations to Prabhakaran for a very energizing and enthusiastic speech about Vidarbha. I learned a lot in the process in the speech that you gave, and I think very clearly Vidarbha is on the brink of some great glories ahead in the economic space as well. Coming to the construction equipment industry or the mining equipment industry, just to let all of you know, I used to head the Indian Construction Equipment Manufacturers Association as the president. And one of the things that we have set ourselves as an industry is to be the third largest, to be the second largest industry globally by 2030. As of today, the Indian steel industry is the number 3 market in the world since 2018. Not many people know about it. The auto industry became number 3 only last year, but the construction equipment industry is the number 3 industry in the world since 2018. We crossed Japan in 2018. And it continues to grow. Last year it grew at about 20% year over year versus the previous year. So the market is growing. Then coming to the mining specific segment, mining as an industry has been growing very fast. Particularly in the last 8-9 years, we've seen coal mining become really large. Last fiscal year, out of about 892 million tons of coal, I think India reduced its import dependence dramatically with the domestic coal. And now it continues to grow, and the government has set an objective of 1.5 billion tons by 2035. So I think this is going to happen. It is happening at a very fast pace, and it is driven also by the fact that we found a very good economic model which works. So the demand for equipment will grow, and when it comes to the manufacturing side, today the manufacturing of large mining equipment is largely overseas. It is mostly the construction range and the light mining equipment that is manufactured in the country. And in my opinion, as the market is growing, the opportunity to manufacture large mining equipment in India is going to grow. We have had very few mining equipment manufacturers like BML and Caterpillar manufacturing the 100-ton dumpers, but anything larger we haven't really seen because of economies of scale. But with the local market becoming bigger, it is definitely a very big opportunity, and in my opinion, Vidarbha with its central location, and if it can make the right economic moves in terms of attracting the OEMs, it will definitely succeed, and it can definitely take the opportunity. For us, when I look at Vidarbha, so far it has been an area where we've served the coal mining belt, largely around Chandrapur, a bit on the limestone side as well. And as sir has mentioned about the iron ore potential in this area, I'm sure this will become the next big thing. In the 20 years ago, I think Odisha became very big in iron ore mining, and now it looks like it will be the turn of Vidarbha. So obviously there is a lot of opportunity here, and we can utilize this opportunity to become bigger. One of the specific things, I see a lot of youngsters, काफी सारे students दिख रहे हैं, या college के हैं, या फिर स्कूल के हैं. ये जरूर बोलना चाहूँगा कि आप लोग का जिस रीजन में रह रहे हैं, which is Vidarbha, has a very huge potential for mining. यानी इसलिए कि इस एरिया में माइनिंग में काम करना एक अच्छी बात मानी जाती है. ऐसा नहीं कि कोई, अगर आप बैंगलोर चले जाओ या हैदराबाद चले जाओ, लड़के और लड़कियां कहाँ काम करना चाहते हैं? IT सेक्टर में काम करना है, वाइट कॉलर जॉब में काम करना चाहते हैं. और सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हम लोग को कोई मिलते नहीं काम करने में. India's industry. In that sense, when I come to Vidarbha, I think Vidarbha has a very long tradition of mining. Mining is in its genes. And with Nagpur becoming such a nice city and very well developed infrastructure and good facilities from education perspective, I think it has a high potential to offer talented young professionals to the mining industry. Not only for Vidarbha, but for the whole country. I can tell you, we have developed training institutes in Nagpur where a lot of students who have actually joined our workforce through our dealerships here, who have set up training centers, they have done very well. Today they are working in many places in the world, whether it is in Africa or whether it is in Indonesia or even Australia for that matter. So people have come from here and really progressed. So this is a region where the roles of mining, working in the mining industry is considered still a part of our culture. Mining is a core industry like iron and steel and cement, and I think that is a very important potential that we as OEMs would like to see and leverage from them. We have promoted some skill development centers in Nagpur, and I was seeing your progress there, and we would like to partner with you in the skilling area, specifically for maintenance and operation of mining and construction equipment. We have developed programs where it can be added to an ITI program, and then with a 6 months deep dive, they can become ready for employable in our industry. So that is the area where we are working on. One of the goals I have in my is in the Infrastructure Equipment Sector Council. That council is meant to increase the certification of trained operators as well as technicians for our industry. And we are definitely seeing Nagpur as a center where we will continue to invest. We have invested last year, Gadkariji had inaugurated one of the partners that we have set up in Nagpur, and we will continue to provide support to that.